Okay, I know there's something going on here with this repo market. The whole market surrounds the repo market, that window from 12:15 Central to 12:45. I mean, we see it every day. It's almost, a predictable outcome every day. So if you're wondering where I've been digging into the money market funds. I want to walk you through this real quick, just to look at this data. So just real quick, this is to visualize the XTSLA holdings as of August 12th, 2021. As you can see, most of their par is in the tri-party repo with Barclays Bank, and based on the percentage and everything, it's an overnight. So this was turned in on Friday, likely taken out for a second time. So again, these are security types issued by Bank of America and held by JP Morgan's JP Morgan U.S. Government Money Market Fund. So as you can see, on July 31st, 2021, this made up 100% of their repo transaction data that day. 1.2 billion went into Bank of America issued securities by JP Morgan. Then we look at investments by Fidelity Securities Lending Cash Central Fund in the USA. Now, I don't know about you, but this Securities Lending Cash Central Fund looks like it's been skyrocketing lately, kind of like with, the repo market. 91% of its investment on the 21st, or I'm sorry, the 31st of July, went into the Fed Reserve. Now, this is where it gets weird. You look at JP Morgan's Securities Lending Money Market Fund, and there's nothing. There's no Fed Reserve exposure whatsoever. You only have the FICC and the Treasury. Now you look at investments by Vanguard's Vanguard Cash Reserves Federal Money Market Fund, not exposed to the Fed Reserve. So what's going on? This is a cash central fund, and we have the Fed Reserve. This is a cash reserve Federal Money Market Fund, but no Fed Reserve. Investments by BlackRock's Money Market Master Portfolio in the USA. There it is. Now we have investments in the Fed Reserve and about 15% or so. So what's going on here? I don't know. Now, if you go to Fintel and you look at FMR's 13F that just came out, and you look at some of their pickups, look how many 13Gs they just added. Like these green are new positions, and everything else they've dumped. Look, like down, 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 except this one. BLDR is up, but shares are down. Majority sold out of that one. Are they auctioning off portfolios? What is going on here? Like, look at all these. These were picked up. So, oh my God. All on 2-8, huh? Wow. Okay, so check this out. Okay, so so at the beginning of this year, 2021, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We had 15 13Gs run up. That's before the Jan run up. Now look at after the Jan run up. 2021 02 08. Ah! Oh my goodness. They pick up everything, man. Oh my God. Fidelity, man. And then we have a nice little pickup session. And then lately, boom, we got even more. I mean, what's weird is that these are just, they've added on, I guess, or they've made a change. But as far as lately, we've had all these new pickups. And a 13G is when you acquire 5% or more of the company. Now, a lot of these are amendments, but still, these are not amendments. These are not amendments. These are not amendments. Oh, man. I really think that we've caused chaos, and it's due to us all switching over in February. Now, Fidelity's like, the data, if you look at it, you just go to Google, type in MMF data, go right here. You go to investments, US MMF's repos, or I'm sorry, US MMF investments in the repo market. And by the way, both principal and collateral repo values are now available. So if you go here to Treasury repurchase and you drill down, there's no Fidelity, but there's PNB Paribas, there's Credit Agricole, there's JP Morgan Chase, there's Royal Bank of Canada. We know they participate. So it's just, this is the part that's confusing me, because if counterparties to the U.S. MMFs in Treasury repurchase agreements. So obviously, BNP Paribas is a counterparty to all of these. But where's the Fed Reserve? Because the weird thing is that, I mean, this data just does not make sense. So, managers of funds with BNP Paribas as Treasury repurchase agreement counterparty. You have Fidelity and BlackRock as the number 2. Okay, now let's go to this website's finicky sometimes. Let's go to government agency. Where's Fidelity? It's not until, like, see, it's counterparties to U.S. MMFs and government agency repurchase agreements. You'd think Fidelity would show up here. So these are MMF funds that are counterparties to other MMF funds, so to speak. And it's only been going up. Okay? So that means Fidelity is a manager of a fund with the Royal Bank of Canada, government agency repurchase agreement counterparty. Same for all of these. They're sitting there and they're like trading back and forth through all these funds. I think there's either some auctioning going on or they're just consolidating a bunch of money for the payout. I mean, a money market fund is basically a storage bin for cash. So if they're not investing in anything, because if you go here and you look at investments by U.S. Prime MMF's total investments in each region, it's been going down. And you go to North America and drill down, and the USA and drill down, and you go to the government and drill down, or financial institutions and drill down. I mean, look, I mean, it's been declining. So there was a big drop here, and I don't know if you remember, but right around this time, there was a flash crash in 2016. I think it was on October 7th of that same year. So interesting. And then it starts to pick up, of course, after that. So I don't know. I mean, it's clear that since December 31st, 2020, last day of the year last year, since then, investments, U.S. prime money market funds, investments in financial institutions have sharply declined. And Fidelity is nowhere to be found on here. There's 72 pages, by the way. And when you export the data and you look at it, 0 from Fidelity and 0 from BlackRock. But everyone else, tons. Bank of America, tons. Let's look at the fund managers for Bank of America. Fidelity, what do you know? U.S. prime money market funds, total investments in Bank of America by each fund manager. U.S. prime money market funds, total investment in financial institutions. So you have Fidelity investing in all of this stuff, but you have no one investing in Fidelity or BlackRock. So interesting stuff. I just want to share that. Yeah. Crazy stuff. And I want to show you one more thing real quick. It's hard to find my logo because it's all black. Where's my polo? Yeah, so money market funds have several uses, but basically they serve as a storage bin. If you were saving for the down payment on a house or the MOAS, for example, a money market account pays a little bit than most savings accounts. It's also an excellent place to keep and store emergency money for the MOAS. I'm still putting this together, so trust me, I'm still digging into this. Just bear with me. I know there's something here.